Hello, hello. I am not ready yet. Um, I forgot what. Oh, I need to get tea. So I'll be right back. I need tea. I do need to move this up. We're just gonna go to the pause screen, but oh my god, it's just too hot for this stuff. Okay, which way do we need to go? I think we need to go that way. Oh, and I think we need to go up a little bit more. I am standing right now. It is what, like 11:14 in the. God, I am so behind. What am I looking up? No, that's not what I'm looking up. It is already 80 degrees in the Pacific Northwest. It is supposed to get to um like 90, saying 5 p.m. It's supposed to be 89 degrees Fahrenheit in the Pacific Northwest. And it was basically the same yesterday, and it's going to be slightly cooler tomorrow. So we're all just dying because of the heat. We're not used to it. Not many people have air conditioning here. It's kind of like Europe. Not a lot of people have air conditioning. I chose to do a short exercise routine this morning instead of getting everything set up, which is part of the reason why I'm late. Um, I have all the stuff to make my breakfast yogurt, so we'll be doing that in a minute. My tea is steeping. I've had water. I just took my allergy meds. Everything's just up in the air, and I'm sweaty and gross. I'm not turning off my dehumidifier. You guys can probably hear it, but it is the only thing that's keeping the temperature in this space reasonable, other than my awesome ceiling fan. It screws into a light socket. Highly recommend if you have decent size height ceilings. It's really little. It's only like yay big. It's awesome. Highly recommend. I got two, one for upstairs and one for down here. Helps circulate the air. I mean, it's a fan, that's what it does. But people are falling out left and right with heat stroke and stuff. Man, I didn't even do anything hard. So I've hurt my shoulder. What is it, hot or something? Yeah, it's or something. It's hot to us. I mean, I think almost anybody agrees that like 90 degrees Fahrenheit is pretty hot. Whatever that is in Celsius, like 38 or something like that. It's pretty hot. And it's been like this for a couple of weeks. I think we've had like 1 or 2 days of reprieve where it's gotten down to the mid 70s. It's just, it's miserable and gross. It's one of those days where you have to take like 3 showers and an ice bath. Okay, what are we doing? I don't know. All right, do our warm up first. And then after the warm up, I'm going to make my breakfast. Brunch. It's close. It's brunch time right now, almost lunchtime. And then we'll get back into that panel that we were supposed to do. I think it's this one. This one. Yeah. I didn't even think like extra strong clinical deodorant could help with how it is right now. It's just wild. Just wild. Thinking back, I'm having a memory when I lived in Fife. So that was 2008, 2009. It got up to, it was over 100 for like a week here. I feel like we're getting there again. So, we don't have air conditioning. My house is over 100 years old. We do not have air conditioning. We have a portable air conditioning in the master bedroom. Because I'm in the basement, I just have a dehumidifier, a fan. The market regulates itself. I have a couple of fans and my dehumidifier. Hey, Keith, how are you? There's been a change of plans for the artist meetup. We are going to Fusion Donuts now. Odd Otter basically said that they're full up because they have a trivia night tonight. Yeah, it is hot. So hot. So hot. Miserable. Miserable hot. Okay. Do our warm-ups. I actually think I need to sit down for that. Which means we'll have to adjust the camera. Oh, it's so tiny now. It's too far. There we go. Something like that. I've lived in Florida. I did hate it. Y'all have 2 seasons, brown grass and green grass. They alternate. You took a shower more than her. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it doesn't do anything because it's so humid. Just like Florida, it doesn't do anything. It just like hangs out on you and it's gross. It really is. So gross. Okay. Warm-ups. Where we at? Pen. I was running a million errands last week. That's why I didn't stream last week. Good. I had like 4 or 5 things on my plate last Wednesday, and none of them were streaming. What happened to my wing? I do not know what you're talking about. Oh, I injured my shoulder a while ago, and I haven't been able to do a lot of things. So I've been doing like Um, Mostly like mobility exercises. It's like low impact, low effort, just to keep my arms moving. Now, I just got the x-ray results. I haven't looked at them yet, but I think it might be dislocated or something like that. It hurts a lot. Like even just like me pushing on it hurts. Not like I'm gonna fall out of my chair pain, but definitely like 2-day-old bruise and you keep poking it. Like it hurts, but like not enough to stop you from poking it. That kind of thing. Ugh. But like I could move it. I can't do like push-ups and stuff like that because that just makes everything hurt so much more. Um, I gotta see. I gotta check the results. You know, I might have to go in for physical therapy. It might be a dislocated shoulder. It could be a pinched nerve. It could be lots of things, right? So I'll check on that probably after the stream. They just sent me a bunch of messages and my bill, of course. Right. But we'll take care of that. Warming up. Warm up my brain too. That's not the brush we're supposed to be using for this project. Inks. Maybe we're doing this one. Didn't I write it down somewhere? Analog ink nib, 70 pixels. Look at that. Leaving notes for myself. So smart. 70. Enter. I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to animate my background a little bit. Just a little bit. Just like give it a little bit of movement or something. Meow. What's up, Alfie? My hair, it's just because it's washing out. Yeah, I got a little bit more. The yellow washes out super fast. Yellow, my hair, not super great friends. So it's mostly blue, kind of like a greeny aqua bluish color, like a really pale turquoise. I think I'm gonna dye it. I'm gonna recolor it when the weather gets a little bit nicer so I don't have feel gross not washing it for a week. It could also be the amount of light that I have shining on it. Ugh. There. That's about the normal. That's like the color that it looks, at least to me, normally walking around. Hey, hey, hey. I didn't say that. You need to go away. You're supposed to click there. Okay. Down to the right. And then across to the right. This one's actually like mentally hard for me. Okay. Now up to the right. I'm actually pretty happy with my hair also. I was a mermaid pirate on Saturday, so I think it worked pretty good. And then pull again, but we're going bottom to top. Not that anyone can see my hair because I wore a hat the whole time. All right, so now we go top to bottom to the left. Do, 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 do. And then left, top to bottom. This, not great. Now, go undo. Okay, and then, oh, we're going. You can see how like less confident I am. I'm going so much slower. I have to like double check where I'm putting my pen because the drawing disappears under my hand and like I can't see where I've been. So it's really hard to keep things on a straight line. Okay. Do one more. We'll do some more circles because I kind of rushed those. It is already so hot. Everything's just like so much more work. Yeah, so I'm going to be complaining about how hot I am all stream. Okay, maybe not all stream, but a good portion of it. I do not like to be hot. You can only take off so much. You can always put on more layers. And this is not that kind of stream. I keep falling off the screen. Am I leaning this way? No, I'm leaning this way. Okay, so we're going to go that way. That's probably a little too much. Okay. Yeah. Well, no, they're lonely together, so they're together. Sump is a financial burden, so financial burdens just have to get over themselves and wait. Engage a lower level. God, if it worked that way, man, that'd be nice. Spirals are so fun. But that's why Junji Ito wrote that spiral story, because spirals are fun to draw. But he had so much fun drawing them. Do, 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 do. Pardon me. Okay. I think I'm warmed up. This is the page we're working on today. My chia flax meal goop is been sitting for almost 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. A ball. What are we gonna do first? We're gonna scoot stuff off to the side. We'll make caffeine first. Trying to get all the tea juice out of the tea ball. If you leave your tea leaves in your tea and just leave it steeping, it will get more bitter and bitter and bitter as time goes on. So it's always good practice that when you get the tea to where you like it, to take out your tea ball or your tea bag or whatever you're using. Oh, maybe I should move the microphone over and we could have had a little ASMR moment. Just like sherry, you get bitter the longer you're left in water. Oh. Yeah, let's just drop things everywhere. All right. That is done. Oh. Yes, it is hot tea. Yes, it is hot outside. Sometimes it doesn't matter. You just have to, do part of your ritual, your morning ritual. And having a cup of tea is mine. Along with my yogurt and stuff. Okay. Next up, we have to cut some strawberries to put them in my yogurt. Well, my flax and chia seed goo. Suddenly we're a cooking channel. Not necessarily just an art channel. We cook too. I don't know if you call this cooking either. We do food prep. This was not what I was expecting to do today, but sometimes. Into the goop it goes. Okay. I feel weird doing this, but I'm going to move the microphone closer and you guys can hear all the like cutty sounds and stuff. So here we go. Maybe. Ah! My mirror. Ha! Camera down. Get to stare at the ceiling. What is that part of the ceiling? Oh, it's part of my painting. Okay, hold on. Let's get that. Oh, now it's all that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. It's center-ish. All right. I'm gonna. Do I have more cable? Okay. All right. You guys are like on the cutting board now. You feel like a vegetable. You should feel like a strawberry. Should I pause the background music? Get like super into the ASMR? You're gonna hear the static of the fan. You don't hear the background music? Oh, I just threw a top into the... accidentally throw away what you were planning on eating. It happens. These are tiny strawberries. I had all the big ones yesterday. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. This one feels partially bad. We'll see. No, it's all good. I have on occasion had like a spoon or a knife in my hand and a piece of trash, and yes, definitely have thrown the spoon into the trash instead of the piece of trash. I feel like that's a human thing. At least you can fish the spoon out of the trash. the last cut. Okay. Now you guys can go back where you belong. And I can put the cutting board back over here. I guess I'll use my dust towel. How turn on the background music again. Okay, we have got our strawberry flax meal chia seed goop. What time did I get up? I got up at like, okay, I was awake at 9, but Minerva was curled up on my lap and she was so cute. So I stayed in bed until about 10. Just like looking at her and cuddling her and admiring her cuteness. I did have a lot of trouble going to sleep last night, so I didn't get to sleep until like 3 in the morning. You can go on the cutting board. And then we have my tub of granola. I tried to close my eyes and my brain wouldn't shut up. Okay. I'm going to go put my yogurt back in the refrigerator. I will be gone for like 45 seconds. So I'm just going to leave everything out. Have a sip of tea first. I'm just going to take this whole cutting board with me. Okay. I'm still hot. I just feel soggy. And I don't want to feel soggy. Wait, we're drawing today. We're working more on Sir Lemon stuff. Okay, let's get the keyboard out of the way a little bit more. Get our tea back down here where it belongs. This is like I have the important keys near me. Stylus. Okay. Now, if I remember right, I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this way, so it would take up like the whole page. Eight and a half. So this is supposed to be like 4 1/4-ish. I think what we're going to do is we're going to draw each one of these on its own layer, and then we'll like situate them and mask out what we don't want. But I do need them to be like at least approximately the right size. So. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, that's approximately the right size. So this is like on G6-1. And I think we're going to put on my headphones so I can listen to music, but it's probably going to be really loud. I can already hear it, so I am going to turn the volume down a wee bit. Oh. Everything is more challenging when it's hot. I swear to God. I feel like it's not nearly as bad when it's cold, but like everything's way more challenging when it's hot. It just like takes so much more energy. I wonder if this is the one that's getting me copyright striked. We're gonna go past it. No, that's not what I wanted. I'll just go up there. And then we're going to remove this from the playlist. White Bat is copyright free, so we can keep that there. We're going to remove that one. There's one song on this playlist that gets copyright noticed in whatever there's like a tiny little country that it gets struck in. I've never heard of this place. I don't even remember what this place is, and I have a feeling that some YouTuber, not to sound derogatory, but like some YouTubers, like some YouTuber that doesn't speak English, that doesn't populate on my For You page and stuff like that, is using these copyright free sounds, and maybe they're monetized, and because it pops up in my videos or other people's videos, it gets like a little notice as like, hey, someone says you're using their sound. I'm like, I don't think so. But we're back onto the NCS. It is not raining men, sadly. It's not raining anything. Raining UV rays. That's all it's doing, is raining UV rays. All right. So what we have is Daddy Lime out with the kids picking flowers or something. Feel like that's what we were doing. I don't even want to get started. It's too much brain power to think. It's the thing about complaining. Like, it doesn't, like, actually take, like, a lot of energy to complain. So it is not super hot down here in the basement. It's, and with the fans and stuff like that, it's not even, like, stagnant. It's just warmer than I would like it to be. And because I did exercise this morning, it does not help. I don't know what the temp is in here. I know it's like a good, like, 5 to 8 degrees cooler down here than it is upstairs. And upstairs is gross. Like, you can physically feel the temperature change as you go upstairs. David's like basically hanging out in the master bedroom with the air conditioner all day. It's just, oh my god. You're going to fall into the category of a complainer who complains when it's 70 degrees in the house, or a complainer and then it's actually 85 in the house. It's probably closer to like 80 in the house. Just, the house gets sun all day. And the stairs to get into the rest of the house is where the sun is most of the day, like 90% of the day. The sun is in the kitchen, the laundry room, and the stairwell. So like when I go upstairs, I am assaulted. No part of the house is really free from the sun. Even the little bathroom down here has a window, and there's like shrubbery and stuff in front of the window for the bathroom and a curtain on it, and it still gets so hot in there. I have all the cactuses and stuff in there right now just because it's so hot in there and they don't still get enough light in here. The cacti are living their best life though. This is like MIDI ringtone music. Oh, I hope the weather is okay this weekend. But I'm going to Seattle. A friend and I are going to a little like rave dance thing called in bed by 9, in bed by 10. I forgot what it's called. In bed by 10. In bed by 10, and I'm going. It's for the 30 plus crowd. But I've wanted to go do something fun, like a clubby night. There will be pet names. The place that it's in does not have a lot of chairs, but I think most 30 and 40-year-olds can stand for a few hours. And the people that do need lots of chairs will probably not go. They got a handful of places. It's one of those like multi-room club things. There's like 4 or 5 rooms, and like I think one of the rooms is mostly like seating area. So it'll be fun. I'm gonna go on the dance floor and sweat more, and then I'll complain about being hot and gross because, you know, it'll be hot and gross. But a friend and I are going, and it's gonna be so much fun. Get the the bigger hit, and oh my god, the nostalgia. So I went to on last Friday, I did a little art vendor thingy at a pizza place slash music venue. And all the young kids, so all the people in their late teens, early 20s that were, the bands that were playing like nostalgic grunge stuff, nostalgic punk stuff inspired by like screamo slash art of noise kind of stuff, and literally just sitting there eating pizza, having a cider, and just like going, I feel like I'm in my late teens and early 20s just listening to this. It was so weird. All right. What are we doing? Of course, I got a sunburn while I was there. Not too bad. Not too bad. But there was sun. I've gotten more sun this year trying to go out and do stuff than I have in the past couple of years. But it's also been hotter this year than it has been in the past couple of years. Although I think last year we had to cancel one of the artist meetup days because it was well over 90. I think it was almost 100. All right. We're drawing Daddy Lime. I think that's what we're doing. I kind of feel like I think I want this one to be facing the other way. Come on, computer. You can do it. I think I want him facing this way. So maybe we move him here. We're actually going to do some art today. Oh my god. It's not right. Okay, we're going to get some motion going here. So I'm going to put this foot up. Apparently it's your turn to drive. Where are we going? Okay, there's Daddy Lime. And he is talking about gem flowers, maybe? I mean, they're picking flowers, so it needs to be something kind of related. So maybe he's talking about so get like an emerald shape. I feel like that's wrong. Right? I usually do point, square, and then point again, right? Hold on. Just we're gonna start again. There we go. Will not be doing any of this on Saturday, by the way. None of it. I might have like a screwdriver or fuzzy navel or something like that. Like how that goes. Apparently. I think this guy's got a little bit of a problem. And it might not be his problem, it might be his friend's problem. So maybe we put. Oh, okay. Do we just do like a simple flower with like maybe like rubies around, like rubies for petals, and then like a pearl in the middle? And then like more gold around it? I think that's what we'll do. So this will be our pearl. And then, because I've seen rubies in like round shapes before. Do something like that. And then it's got like little gold. Do 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 do. Do we cheat and copy that? I think we do. I think we do. Copy, paste. And paste again. Yep, undo. Select. Paste. Ah, okay, there we go. Okay, so we delete that a little bit. Paste again. One more. Paste. Might need to scale these a wee bit, make them a little bit smaller. Oh, okay. Okay, so this one can go away. That one looks like way smaller than the others. Bring it back up. Okay, so it's this one that we need to erase a little bit of. And then we go back down to here and we need to erase that. I think we need to erase a little bit more than that. Something bleeped. Something bleeped. What bleeped? What am I doing? I can post that on my phone. One sec. Stop bleeping. Whoa. Oh. No. Need it to be. What are we doing? We're on the eraser. We don't need to be on the eraser. We want to be on paintbrush. Dad is saying things like, oh, we can add sparkles. It's like, I know how much you like flowers, but like, imagine all the gems and stuff. You can have jeweled flowers. He's describing all the beautiful flowers that she'll have. Of course, she didn't care, right? Lady Lime does not care. So let's see. They're on like, I mean, they're in a meadow. So I think we'll just do some grass down here. Some flowers. Little clusters of flowers. That is a sad flower. We probably keep doing that. Probably need some like butterflies, maybe. Get some more flowers first. Do some butterflies. Oh, how about some dragonflies? Maybe some dragonflies. Oh, let's do a butterfly on a flower, though. Do some dragonflies. Maybe we'll do some dragonflies on the other side. Or, oh, how about up here? And do some shrub. Are there flowers on the shrubs? I know there's berries on the shrubs, so we'll just put some berries down. Is Wayland still in the window? I think Wayland's still in the window. Itchy. There's so much sun, but also kind of shade right on the window I have on this wall that Wayland is basically just lived up there. He'll like put his feet against the screen and just like let his feet get all sunny, but like his back will be nice and cool because of the fan and stuff like that. He's basically just living up there. And then he gets to chitter at the birds, and if another cat comes in, he can yowl at it. It's like being a part of the outside without actually being outside. Okay, what do we got? He's talking about that, and she is just picking up flowers. So maybe, oh, I know. Well, she's going to have a basket. Maybe he's picking herbs. So maybe he has a basket also. I feel like that's appropriate. So let's give him one of those really long kind of baskets that are really shallow. And then put like herbs in it. feel like it makes it more purposeful. Like, there's a reason why they're out walking together and he's talking to her. Okay, I like that. Dad has a reason to be outside with the young lady. And let's make a little spot with lots of flowers for her to be sitting in. With lots of butterflies. All right, she's gonna be in here somewhere. Okay, she is. All right, this is gonna be. So we need to draw an oval because she is of the oval variety. Do 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 do. Oh, not a T. Oh, I feel like I have a little bit more left. Ooh, I had a whole cup left. Dang. Oh, I need to eat my food too. This is gonna be another stream where I'm like, I'm hungry, I need to eat my food, and then I just keep not eating my food until the last minute where I'm like shoving it in my face. Right. So, Lady Lime has. Gosh. Okay, hang on. Okay. I think that's not gonna really matter. Does she have a basket with flowers? I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it. Maybe he's holding what she's been picking? Could be. I feel like one of the other ones should be here. Like one of the other daughters should be here. So I think we're going to put another lime. That's... So she's going to be back here a little bit. And she's got like sandals. Wait, she's got sandals. And we'll say she's got a also has a basket. Maybe hers has berries in it. For dinner, berries and mushrooms and stuff. Okay, I think that's where we're going. So let's erase this. Let's save. It's been a minute since we saved. All right. I am going to shove some of this in my face. Mix it up. Get all the goodness together. All our chia and flax meal goo. Fresh strawberries mixed in with the yogurt and the granola. And the itty bitty chocolate chips that I bought to put in my granola mix. Mm. All right, let's draw the sister first. Whoop. And she's got a flower, a couple of flowers, I think. Um, Gregarious horse. What is it that I am working on? I am working on a variation of a really old fairy tale called East of the Sun, West of the Moon. But I'm doing it with characters that I created many years ago. Basically, instead of human beings, everyone's a citrus. So, like human beings, you could be an orange, you could be grapefruit, you could be a lemon, you could be a God's hand or Buddha's hand lemon lime thing. But I've wanted to illustrate this fairy tale forever. And Sir Lemon's stuff is silly. So we are doing a fairy tale with a silly premise of lemons and limes and citrus. And the scene we are drawing right now is the girl said no outright. Nothing could get her to say anything else. So the man went and out and settled with the white bear that he would come again the next Thursday evening and get an answer. Meantime, he talked to his daughter and kept on telling her of all the riches they would get and how well she herself would be. Last, she agreed to it, so she washed and mended her rags and made herself as smart as she could. Soon she was ready for the trip, for she didn't have much to take. So we are doing a little like montage of Daddy Lime convincing his daughter that she needs to go so they can be well off. So it's going to be a montage. They're out picking berries and medicines and flowers and stuff, and he's describing all the gemmed flowers she'll probably get. What was the next one gonna be? I don't know. I wrote it down. But we're gonna do like a couple of different things from, what would possibly be a kind of day in the life or a week in the life of a medieval peasant who's so poor that it's ridiculous. They're essentially poorer than poor. Although somehow they have a hut. Like they have an actual like house type thing. I made it a one-room hut, but they also have like a bazillion kids. But I thought it'd be fun and silly. And okay, so this is Lady Lime looking at the flowers. And we can recognize her because of her happy little ponytail. And I figure we'll put some... Then we'll just give her a couple of flowers, just like in her invisible hand, because she doesn't have gloves yet, because she's poor. Poor people don't have gloves. In my world, poor people don't have gloves. So her invisible hands are holding the flowers. And we got butterflies and stuff. Okay, so we need to put in our background. Our little berry bushes. Little grass down here. The other daughter needs some grass. I'll put a couple flowers in there. It could be like echinacea, maybe. They're picking things. I'm more of they're probably picking like berries and other things for dinner. You know, dad's really gung-ho about, you know, having some money, getting out of the rags, having some better shoes. All right, let's hide that. And we'll hide the sketch layer. All right, his head's a little flat. I think we're going to fix his head here. It's a little flat. Like that. Okay, so all of these are like day one. So group that. And then I think this was IG 6-1. 6-1 group. We've got one scene done. Yay! Okay, we're gonna actually we might keep that because we'll probably need it for another one. All right. So what's next? It's this. No, stop picking up random things. Oh, okay. So they're picking flowers. Next up, they're gathering wood. Okay. We can do that. So let's I think we're gonna flip this again. Transform, flip. Because then we can alternate, you know, going to the right of the page, going to the left of the page, go to the right of the page, go to the left of the page. Ooh. I think we want the bottom one going off to the left, to the right, because that indicates that you should turn the page. So we might do right, left, left, right. I think that's what we're going to do. So I think this one, no. Okay, yeah, right. So we're going to do left, left, and then another right. Alrighty, yeah, okay. That's what we're going to do. All right, so this one is going to be IG6-2. Hey, excuse me. IG, what's the G? 6-2. Okay. I did not mean to do that. So, I feel like we definitely need like more of the family members. So it's obvious that he's not only talking to her. So I think we're going to have to do 3 children total. So dad lime, a son lime, a daughter lime, or maybe 2 son limes and a daughter and lady lime. Oh, we got this down to 20% for some reason. That's a very sad line. It's very annoying when sad lines happen. Ah, there we go. I think we got it. All right. So we need his wood basket. So this is weird because like citrus are mostly round. Like they're round. That's like the whole thing of like a citrus is it's round. So how would something that's round carry wood on its back? Right? And I'm thinking he's got like some kind of structure that holds the wood off of his back a bit. Okay, this is cloak. Okay, his nubbin is here. So, oh. I mean, it's obviously magic too, right? This should. What? How is this on a copyright free playlist? Okay. Okay. All right, NCS. If you say this is copyright free, I'm gonna believe you. If I get a notice when I finalize this stuff on YouTube, I'm gonna be annoyed. It's gonna be a tiny country that nobody's ever heard of. Oh, maybe this rope pulls this like really close to his body. So his cloak kind of goes like that. We need to clean this up. It's kind of icky. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I like that. I think that's good. I think that works. All right. And then let's start piling logs onto it. I think we just stack them together and then like tie them with a rope. Ugh, that would be really inconvenient though. All right, there's gonna be a platform and then like a rope going across the top. Sounds thinking something like this with a piece of rope. And then the rope will go up and over once we fill it in. Because then it can go out. If that makes sense. Stop doing that, paintbrush. All right, and then we've got like okay, the rope kind of come through here, maybe over to there. This is why you're supposed to sketch things out beforehand. So then you know, and you know how things work, and you're not making it up on the fly. But I didn't do that, so it's okay. All right, I think we switched to water now. All right, we've got logs. So I think, oh, we need feet. Okay. They don't have legs because they're magic. So you kind of have to like imagine that there's knees and stuff. So like his knee is up like he's walking. Oh shoot, okay. Hold on. Hold on, I have to do the pose. Okay. So his other leg is like basically straight down. Oop, oh, oh. Blanket. Whoops. Okay. All right. Dad is done. So I think we'll just put some like pebbles. Maybe some like small shrubs. All right, we need a couple more limes. So maybe we do like another one carrying more logs. So like her older brother or something. Might have to scoot that forward a bit. Now, this is why we kept this layer. Back to the blue. So we need to draw another line. I think we'll do one of the vertical ones. There's a bunch of them that just have sashes with like little pouches on them. So we'll make it one of those. And he also somehow has a pack. Oh, Ramball music. This one's cute. This is very mellow background music. All right. So he's got some logs going on. Right. And he just has sandals. Right. Is he in front of his dad or is he behind his dad? He might be in front of his dad. So he might be more here. So he might be more here. Which is fine. We don't need this anymore. You can go away. All right. So we got dad, another sibling. Right. We got more shrubberies. And they're in the forest, so we need some trees. Okay. And our young lady, maybe right about here. And I think she's going to have a basket with mushrooms in it instead of carrying sticks. And then I think we'll have one of the other older siblings. I think we'll do another dad-shaped one. And she's got some wood also, but she is also carrying a basket. with mushrooms. And she's got sandals. Lady Lime has sandals. And I kind of feel like we want another kid over here, like maybe another one of the little ones. One of the younger limes. And he's carrying some sticks. I like that. Okay. So now we've got like the whole shebang sketched out. And he's talking about bathtubs. I think he's talking about bathtubs. Like she won't have to go to the creek to take a bath or wash her laundry. She can do it in a bathtub. All right, let's draw the guys in the back first. Also because this one's going to go in front of Dad. So we'll erase a little bit of Dad's stuff. Just because he's the main character right this minute doesn't mean that he gets to be in the front all the time. I'm sure all the kids are tired of hearing their dad talk about this too. Like, really, Dad, can we talk about something else for a little bit? Just reminding all the kids of what they don't have, what they could have, and putting all that pressure on the daughter. Stop doing that, paintbrush. Oh my god, hi Gothic Unicorn, how are you? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing good. Oh, and hi, that doll Freya. How are you? I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. I hope you're not all like boiling alive like we are here in the Pacific Northwest. I guess it depends on where you live. Yes, it is Wednesday. Unless you live like on the other side of the world, I think it might be Thursday. Maybe? I don't know. How does the that international dateline thing work? You're south of the Alaska border. I mean, I still think it's Wednesday there. They're in the same time zone as we are in Washington State, so I think it's still Wednesday there. I hope your stream was good, Gothic Unicorn. Did you have any did you have a did you get any art done? Or were you gaming or something today? Days do kind of blend together. I 100 understand. Especially like Mondays. Sometimes Mondays like just like bleed into a Tuesday and you just have like Monday vibes all week. Alright, this poor kid only has sandals. And has to listen to his dad complain or try to manipulate his daughter into going away with a polar bear so that the family can have money. So, if you guys don't kind of get what I'm doing, there is a fairy tale called East of the Sun. Minecraft is so fun. I mean, it's almost an art. We are doing a fairy tale called East of the Sun, West of the Moon, and we are illustrating it kind of comic book style with my original characters, Sir Lemon and Lady Lime. And there's not really going to be a lot of Sir Lemon in it because right now he's a polar bear. But if you haven't read the story, you don't know that yet. It's kind of a it's the original foundation for Beauty and the Beast kind of thing. Super poor family, has a shit ton of kids. Oh god, summer for oh my god, yeah. There's no like no routine unless they're in like summer camp or something like that. But East of the Sun, West of the Moon it's a really, really old fairy tale, Norse fairy tale, I think. And Beauty and the Beast originates from it, but there's a couple other fairy tales that you can kind of see their roots from. And I've loved it for a really long time just because you can see where all these other fairy tales originated from. Like the Grimm's Brother fairy tales, they're super cool, but like they're not necessarily the base of all the fairy tales. These older ones are where they all started from. It's like looking at like a genealogy thing and you like can see the branches branching off for the fairy tales. It's super fun. And I'm having a lot of fun. And I think after this one we'll do Rose Red and Snow White, which is not like Grimm's Brothers Snow White. It's a little different. But you can kind of see where things come from. And I want to try to see if I can find some other really old ones. But I chose this one first. You're bad at arts. You're good at some kind of art. Whether it be music, sewing, fibercraft, weaving stuff. Doesn't have to be drawing or painting. There are so many other things that people consider crafts that are really arts. And you also don't know if you're bad at it if you haven't ever tried it. Like you've never tried pottery. How do you know you're bad at it? And everyone sucks when they first start. Photography is an art. Photography is awesome. I have to be sort of good at photography because I like to use my own photos for reference photos. But they're still not like, they're not going to get done pottery once. Pottery's fun. Unless you have like sensory issues. then sometimes like it can feel it feels bad. I don't know. I have enjoyed pottery. I've done it a couple of times. Definitely not like my big skill set though. All right, let's draw this little tiny lime. I like going to the painting pottery studios where you can like you don't have to like make the ceramic, but you can paint on it and make it look like whatever you want. That is what my tea is served in. My sister made me this little tea cozy, but like I painted this at a pottery day. It's like a little skull with a little flower for the top. But don't ask me to sew. Sewing is not my jam. But one of my sisters sews, one of my sisters cans. Actually, two of my sisters sew, come to think of it. I have two siblings that sew now. All right, we need a little tiny lime. Okay, little baby lime. Okay, I think we have to draw his sticks first. Like he's picking up like kindling and stuff. Because he's like too small to carry lots of wood. He's got one of the little sashes. He has to look like he's walking forward. Maybe he's dragging one. I think that'd be cute. This poor little kid. But when you Poe, everybody's got to work. People aren't working, you're not eating. You want to make your own outfits one day? I would love to learn to, maybe not learn to sew. I can like hand sew. Sewing machines and I are not friends, but I hear that a lot from people, so I'm not alone in that. But I have a whole bunch of friends that have sewing machines, so yes, yes, right. And not even like just make your own clothes, but like modify the clothes that you already have. Like, um, I have giant ass calves. Like my calves are huge for like my stature and stuff. And a lot of the pants I find are like the narrow cuff on the bottom. And so if I buy them and they fit right, I feel like my calves are suffocating. Leggings are like that for me. A lot of leggings just kind of like do that little angle, like they go like this. And when you have big calves, your calves kind of need some space. So I have to get pants that are modified, or I have to get like flare bottom pants or straight cut. And I have a friend that is like, can sew, and I'm like, oh my god, can we like make my straight my you know boot cut pants to at least straight cut or flare. And now I have a pair of pants that are the classic like 90s cut jeans, but they have a little flare in them now, and my friend painted eyeballs on the fabric that she put in there. So now I have these really cool pair of jeans with holes in the knees and little eyeballs on the side. Eyeballs. Eyes. She painted a whole bunch of eyes. So they kind of come like this, and then like there's a whole bunch of eyes in the seam. And it's so cool. It is so cool. And I have a pair of pants that a friend gifted me, and they're also like the little wedge thing. But they're cheetah print. And I'm thinking if I can get my friend to do the same thing she did with the other ones, but we put like teeth along the edge and maybe paint a tongue in there, and not quite bell bottoms, more like just like flares or straight cut. So instead of being like really narrow where your foot goes in, they're a little bit more straight, and then your foot. But to do that, you still have to add like a little wedge. So I'm thinking I really want this little cheetah print pair of pants, and then have like teeth and stuff on the side. And I even have some pink satin fabric, so I can we can even line it with this pink satin fabric. Wait, where's my pink? With this pink satin fabric to make kind of like gums. And then the rest of it, we would paint it. And I'm like, the idea makes me so jazzed. Like, so jazzed. Now we have to undo all this. Get back to the thing that we're supposed to do. That's not pink. Alright, so Lady Lime and then a sister. I think it's gonna be fun. And now, I can, if people give me pants that, they fit everywhere else, but they suffocate my calves, I can just go, hey, I'll pay you $80, or maybe $50 because I have the materials, and then they can, do the thing. And now that I'm, all excited and moving, I gotta go to the restroom, so I will be back in just a second. We're gonna go to the pause screen, enjoy the chill music from Remball Music. What's it? Aesthetic music. So I'll be right back. I lied. The music is not playing, and I hate it when it does that because it does it to me all the time, and it's very annoying. Where is this one? Ha! Okay. Now we're going on break. There's always audio issues, right? If it's not one thing, it's another thing. So, okay, I'll be back in just a minute. If you were on Twitch, I am going to run an ad. Hopefully that will delay any other ones for the rest of the stream. We've only got an hour left. I'm back. I can now run an ad if I wanted to. I think I missed the one that auto plays. You guys can't see it, but if you look this up, it's Remball music, aesthetic music, / chill music for study, relax, whatever, right? It's copyright free. But there's this little like red cap mushroom with the little white spots, and it just like jumps up and down through the whole thing. It's just adorable. All right, let's get this one done. Hopefully we can get the next one done too. I've been streaming for what? 2 hours and 20 minutes? 2 hours 50 minutes? And I've done 2 scenes. My breakfast is trying to kill me. Not as bad as that Assassin Mints episode. Alright. Lady Lime. Okay, I think this is her. So she's got that with her... Oh, whoa. Can't see that because it's under her ponytail. Alright, so she's got a basket with things in it. I feel like the basket should be bigger because, like, she's small, but, like, I highly doubt they have, like, a basket that's, like, just her size. So I think we'll give her, like, a bigger basket than what she would normally actually, like, be carrying. And she's got, like, mushrooms in this basket. And her little sandals. Well, they at least have to have sandals, because the magic doesn't work if they don't have... Amantia muscaria is the name of the red mushroom with the white dots. It's poisonous, right? Like, it's not good for humans to eat. I think that's, like, all I remember. It's like, if you just were wandering around in the woods and saw one, you shouldn't eat it. Yay. But... Alright, let's get this sister drawn. I kind of feel like the sister needs to be a little closer. Like, maybe there? Maybe a little smaller, too. Just because she's... well, maybe not. Let me just put her up a little bit. They can be cooked and dried. And, like, the poison goes away? That's kind of cool. like most other natural herbal things, I'm sure that there is like a benefit to having them. Like then you prepare. Oh, so like pufferfish, you gotta know the way to do it properly without killing anybody. But like foxglove, digitalis, like in mild doses, it's not bad. It's not gonna kill you, but like if you just went out and ate the plant, you'd be dead. So like there's just so many things in nature that are like actually good for you in moderate doses. And you can trip when you eat them. Well, I'm sure there are very many people out in the world that would be super excited to just do that. I mean, that's how we found out about it, right? Somebody was just like, "Hey, all right, so this one, I keep drawing these like facing me, but they need to be facing more that way." Oh, that's exciting. Slowly, but I'm learning a ton of natural medicines. Yeah, that's super cool. I like that. Because, like, there's literally, like, no reason to not know a lot of this stuff, right? Like, and you can use it in conjunction with modern medicine. I'm First Nations Two Spirit. Cool. That's super cool. Keep in touch with the your family history and stuff because there's so many people that have lost it through no fault of their own, right? Oh, okay. We gotta draw the daydream now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Nope. I undid something and I don't know what I undid. That's fine. Okay, we don't need that anymore. We need this. And I think we need to move it a little closer. Maybe it kind of blurs out the one there. All right. We are gonna do, oh my gosh. I only know that this is a bathtub. I don't know my traditional angle because of written. I know those are so horrible. I watched I watched at least one documentary about that. It's absolutely disgusting and depressing. Yeah, a lot of cultures do. It's just again, it's like it's absolutely sad that we can't let people be themselves. We got to try to control them and manage them and make them like ourselves. Like it's ugh. It makes me sad. You've learned everything from your grandparents. Grandparents are amazing. A lot of younger generations, I think, underestimate how much knowledge older ones have. Just because they don't know how to use a computer as well as you do, or some of the new lingo and stuff like that, doesn't mean that they don't know things. Your grandparents, heck, your even parents, your great grandparents, if they're still alive, like they know stuff. The older generations know stuff. They don't know the same stuff you know, but they know stuff that you will need to know later or possibly should know. All right, let me draw a line in a bathtub. I think we put like a towel on her head, keep her hair out of her face, right? I agree. I agree. Again, like it's not better knowledge, it's different knowledge. It's a different kind of knowledge. This is weird. This is so weird. I am drawing a lime in a bathtub. That is just so weird. You're cursed with knowledge. Curses! Oh, let's put a rubber ducky in her tub. Sometimes I hate it when I realize I'd rather be smart than yes, right? Feel that. All right, so she's gonna have a maid in the bath holding her towel. So I'm not. Do we do classic maid with like the little frilly lace headbandy thing? Like, or do we just kind of make her? Ugh. We just make her wearing like a long skirt. Maybe it's obvious she's maid because she's holding a towel. Okay, let's. Oh, we want like fluffy towel, like super fluffy towel. Oh, I don't know if I can. I might have to color the fluff into the towel. I think we're just gonna do. And the maid's gonna be wearing gloves so we can kind of see her hand. All right, let's put the maid kind of like the puffy sleeved idea. Ugh. Fluff towels are lovely, I know. Okay, don't love the puffy sleeve idea, but I like the puffy sleeve idea. I don't know. I think we do give the lace headband thing a go. But maybe it's kind of like this for this one. Maybe we do modest sleeves. Like kind of puffy, but not puffy. And then she has a dress that kind of comes out. And she's a little ways away from the bathtub, so we're okay. And I think we need more bubbles back here. And then we draw some like tiles or something. Oh, let's just draw like little water bits. That should be good. Okay, okay. Oh, I drew that on its own layer. Okay, that's fine. That is a-okay. His dad is talking about this, so nope, 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 nope. That's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. Stop trying to do things that I didn't say to do. Okay. So we have, okay, we got a group. We have two scenes. It took me 2.5 hours to draw 2 scenes. But we have, just to group together, group. We're going to name it IG6-2. 6-2. It was originally supposed to be image, but sometimes random things happen. So we have. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is how we're going to stack them, I think. Yeah, actually, it's going to be this way. So we're going to have this one, and then we're going to have this one, and we'll overlap it, and I'll erase that bit there. And then we'll do the next one also facing to the top of the page, and then the last one will be facing the bottom of the page. The page is, of course, going to be vertical, but... Okay. What's next? Next is cooking. Okay, we can do cooking. We can work on cooking. We can get started on cooking at least. Excuse you. Okay. I have an XP pen. It's really old. It's just a older XP pen. I've had it for years. I recently got the XP pen magic thingy-mabobber. What was it? XP pen. I'm gonna go to their website and remember what I bought. It's their like drawing tablet thing or drawing. Was it? Yeah, it's their magic drawing pad. I recently got that, but I haven't really played with it too much. I got it when they had the Prime sale, so I got it pretty cheap. And I haven't really played with it. And the whole purpose of me to get it was so I could like do art on the go. Do digital art on the go, and I've just like been kind of not. I haven't want to overcome the hurdle of learning new drawing software because I can't use my current drawing software. Huion makes a good one, especially for the price. I basically like the XP Pen Magic Drawing Tablet is it's a fancy Android tablet, basically. It's got more pressure sensitivity. It comes preloaded with some things. There are some things about it that absolutely annoy the Jesus out of me. Like, because it's Android, it's got like the Google stuff pre-installed, and it's got like Google Kids on it. And I'm like, I'm not a kid. I don't have kids. And I'm not going to let a kid use my drawing tablet, and you can't uninstall Google Kids from it. All you can do is, like, tell it not to run. But I have to learn new software. I think that's my big hiccup. Right? I am so there with you. I've really enjoyed watching the shorts of people, like, actually blending in, like, really well. Also, like, the professional artists that know that they don't have to get it, like, 100% perfect, that the human eyeball will just, like, smush things together in a certain way. Meow! What, sir? Where are you? What? What?
Mel, you're gonna sit in the window again?
You don't have to draw for Mecha Chameleon. You just have to like blob paint in certain areas. The cat gets snacks at 3:30. So in like an hour and a bit. 2 hours and a bit. In some time from now. He just likes to yell at me. Alright. We are on scene 3. It's 1:41. So they got a bit of time. I think he's just bored because it's so hot and we're not like really playing with them that much right now. Okay. What? I think we have to draw this one again. You know what? We're just going to delete that. We'll put a new layer. We'll draw this in blue. Okay. So we have their house. Excuse me. We have their house with their weird tree. So this is like the front of their house. This, I think, is the front door over here. Okay. And it's got like a really ratty curtain. And we've got a bucket of water because it's laundry day with mud, and there's a little box for her to stand on. Right, and then she's basically going to be touching this. Oh, shoot. Nope, 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 nope. This is the one that needed to go away. All right, and then we've got the little washing board in the water. So maybe Dad is hanging up clothes. So maybe they've got a line that kind of goes like this, like a clothesline. Maybe there's a pole over here. And so maybe Dad is hanging. Oh, yay, we're in the same time zone. Cool. I think I'll be working on this page again next week. Unless I get like a weird distraction, like the week before last. So last week I didn't stream on Wednesday. I had a whole bunch of stuff going on. You're Canadian, you often tell yes. Definitely. I'm also Canadian, though I live in the United States. My sister lives in the middle of BF nowhere, up in the mountains in British Columbia, and then one of my other sisters lives on the outskirts of Vancouver. No, yeah, Vancouver. And then my dad lives in like a suburb of some college town up in British Columbia. Most of my half of my family lives in British Columbia and the other half lives in Washington, and my mom lives in Oregon. So, like, we're around. We're definitely still, Pacific Northwest kind of people. All right. It's laundry day and you only wear rags. So I'm guessing you're not wearing any clothes if you're washing your clothes. Or do you have like 2 pairs of rags and one's just in worse condition than the other? Like your laundry day underwear, if you have that. I personally don't, but I know some people that do. I have on occasion worn my pajamas because I haven't had any like clean pants or shirts. So maybe that's what she does. I don't know. If you're really poor, do you even have pajamas? Like, don't you just like sleep in your clothes? Northwest BC, nice. I hope you guys have been fire free with how humid it, or not how humid, but how ugh it's been. Yay! Maybe she's just got like a little strip of fabric. She's just got a little strip of fabric. Give her her little ponytail. Oh, okay, okay. Dad is not helping with laundry, but yeah, yeah. The smoke is just, and the smoke is going everywhere. It's ridiculous. I think we just put Dad over here, like maybe like really close to the front door. Right? With his little boots. And he's pulling this apart so he can air out the house. Maybe he's sweeping or doing repairs. Oh, Dad's repairing the earth smoke system. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, hold on. Dad is on the back side of the house, so we only see like half of him, right? Curtain here. Let's move Dad over here a bit. Deselect. Okay. Something like that. But he's got like a hammer. And he is repairing a hole. Because a couple of days before this scene, so this is like day 3 after the initial encounter with Mr. Polar Bear. And they had like a really bad weather storm when the bear came. So maybe he's finally doing repairs. That's what I think we're gonna do. So he's doing repairs. He's fixing stuff. I don't know. He's doing things. And so Mom is helping with the laundry. Right? So do Mom. I don't think they have clothespins. I think they're too poor for clothespins. So Mom is just hanging things. Dad probably is not wearing his cape if it's laundry day. So Dad does not get a cape. I think everyone's just wearing like a piece of fabric. Like shorts. They're wearing shorts. Everyone's wearing shorts. Let's put a pile of clothes here next to the laundry tub. I thought I had all this figured out. It's amazing what can change in like a month. All right, so we draw Mama Lime. What did Mama Lime look like? Okay, Mama Lime is a horizontal, not vertical line. And she's got glorious hair, just like Lady Lime does. Or Child Lime does. So this is Mama Lime. Gotta get Lady Lime getting her hair from somewhere, right? Maybe she's on her tippy toes. Apparently we be dreaming. And then let's see, we got like another young lime. He's also wearing a pair of boxers and their sandals, holding a wet lump of laundry. And maybe another one of the younger ones. Oh, yeah. Let's put another one of the younger ones over here also with a piece of laundry. Maybe he's holding it up. So maybe it's like up here, right? And then we have like a younger lemon over here holding some wood. What? Meh. They're like starting to spread out a little bit, so. What, sir? What you doing? Hi. You gonna come up here? I'll pet you. Come on, Wayland. I'll pet you. No? Okay. Be that way. All right. And then he's talking about beautiful ball gowns, I think. Let's get the base like reality drawn, and then we can draw in the fantasy part, like what he's talking about. This is IG63. IG6-3. So I think what I can do though is like we don't need to know that this is part of the house. So we might be able to just draw like this bit. Like we can make it taller. All right, let's start with the barrel. We get to drum our bubbles. Yay, bubbles! Do 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 do. All the focus. Oh, get ready for work. I hope you have a great day. You have a unicorn bubble machine, Gothic? That sounds awesome. Have a good day at work, Freya. You push the horn. Oh my god, that's amazing. That sounds so cool. Something bleeped. I think it means I have another Discord message. Do. All right. So, oh, maybe not a box, maybe like a piece of wood. Like their axe, their wood cutting log. Like the word. That's what she's sitting on. That's what she's standing on. She's standing on their wood cutting log. It's multifunctional. Don't like that. It's too high. Save. Okay, do we make the laundry happening like maybe on the back side of the house? Would you be doing your laundry in your front yard? Or like maybe the side yard? I kind of feel we want one of these to act as a pole though. So I think we're going to keep that aspect of it. I think we need to move this guy down a bit. It needs to be about there. This also needs to be at like 50%. That makes him very tall. I don't think we want him very tall. Right, and then I think we can move this back up to where it needs. Yes, that's better. Okay. Doing good. We're doing good. Oh. And then little brother lime or possibly daughter lime. I don't know. They're all wearing like shorts and stuff. Not that they like have genitalia because they're lemons. They're limes, not lemons. These ones are limes. We haven't gotten to the lemon part yet. And give him a little bandage of some sort. Oh, this would sag down. Do, 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 do. All right. Mom Lime. Let's get her hair going. Whoa. Oh, we can kind of make that a little bit more interactive. There we go. Nope. That can go away because those are wrong. Okay, and then she's kind of on her tippy toes, I think. So I'm thinking that's kind of how the boots go. she's leaning forward. And then she's got the laces and things going on. And then let's see. Can have this kind of leaning that way. Okay. So if we're using the house as a part of the thing, the house has, shoot, do we have a house? Do we have part of the house? That's the, oh, we do have the outside. Okay. Nope, that's the inside. That's another inside. Man, I gotta open an old one. Ugh. Go into Sir Lemon. Okay. Oh. Okay, hold on. We need to redo these a little bit. It's more kind of bumpy organic. Like it's obviously like they just cut some trees down and are using them. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. All right, so we got a lump there, and it goes down, and there's kind of a lump there. All right, and then, so this goes around a couple of times. Okay, I think it's pretty close. All right, and then the door frame has, so there's like another pull over here. So maybe we move the door a little bit more like this. We'll do that weird thing like where it cuts back. Oh, maybe they're washing the door curtain linens too. So we go. Right. Kind of like that. I feel like it'd be smarter to do like one curtain. Maybe one of the other kids is taking down this other curtain. Oh, okay, we can do that. We can do that. Hang on. Let's... Again, you're supposed to sketch everything out, figure out where everything's going. I did not do that. Oh, yeah, I haven't fixed any of my stuff, Cherry Round. I have been very remiss in that regard. Pretend that works, right? 100%. It worked. Yay. Thank you for the shout outs, Cherry Round. All right, so we've got another lime kid back here pulling the curtains down. So for laundry day. Whoa. Okay, that's hideous. There we go. All right, and then this one is still up. Save. All right, where did that image go? Okay, they just have like a dirt berm. They got that. It's and there's like a dirt berm kind of thing happening here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got kind of like dirt kind of coming up like that. And dirt berm thing happening. Save. All right. I think we've got pretty much everybody over here doing their thing. This is probably the back of the house. Maybe. Okay, we don't need to do anything else there right now. Let's get the kid with the board. He's got a... Whoa. There we go. Okay. Little sandals. Give him his little shorts. All right, Dad. Let's get him a hammer. All right, so his boot is like this. I think his other one's back here somewhere. So we've got... He's holding up a plank of some... Oh my gosh, I don't like where that is. I think this needs to kind of be more like that. Maybe? I don't know. All right, let's hide the background stuff or the sketchy layers. I'm actually feeling okay with this. I actually think this is pretty good. I think that we have done pretty good today. I got 3 of the 4 done today. So what we've got is we can rotate these back to being, you know, right side up for now. So over the week, they do the things that they are supposed to do, right? And then we've got, so one of the things that they do is they're gathering flowers and herbs and stuff. And he's telling her of all the beautiful riches that they can find. And then the following day, they go out and gather wood and mushrooms and stuff. And he describes a beautiful bathtub that she could possibly be living in or experiencing instead of harvesting wood and things for the family. And then on day 4, they're doing their laundry day. Or day 3. Day 3, they're doing their laundry day and house repairs from the storm. And, oh, he needs to be describing the dresses. I think that's what he should be describing is like the dresses and stuff because it is laundry day. It's kind of tangentially related. So next week we will draw in the dresses that she's supposed to be daydreaming about and that he's trying to describe to her. And, you know, his sisters will get beautiful dresses too. And then we have, I mean, I know it's 7 days, but I think we're just going to draw 4 examples of like what her week has been like. I don't think we have to draw all of the days out. That would be silly. And then, so next week we'll draw the 4th panel where she says yes and she's starting to pack up her stuff, which is just going to be a tiny little bundle. So I think we're good. I did do a journal last week. I really should do one today. I think we're going to do that. I think we'll spend like 10 minutes and we'll do a quick little journal entry. Where is my journal stuff? We're going to copy and paste that. We're going to rename it. Rename. What is the 22nd today? Okay. So first of all, I think what we'll do is I'm going to rotate these again. Oh, this one's long. Okay. Oh, I'm vibing with this song. So if we put this kind of there, and this kind of there, and then this one's holding up that one, I think we're going to scale them down a little bit, which we're going to have to do anyways. And then we can fit day 4 down there where she's packing up. So I think that's where we're at today. And I'm going to leave this on the screen for you guys to look at while I do my quick little journal entry. We better save. Saving is important. All right. Delete the word copy off of there. And change that to the 22nd. Cool. All right. I'm going to scoot that over. scoot this over. Nothing like a little EDM to do a journal entry. I need my day planner from underneath the microphone. Go figure. All right, what happened last week? Okay, so I did an entry on the 17th, so I don't have to go back from last week. Come on, mouse. All right, back to Wednesday. So Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026. Oh, okay, awesome. So high for this week, I'm going to say Porch Fest. I spent a good amount of time, which is, I didn't stream on Wednesday because we were finishing up our pirate ship. The low was just how hot it's been. How hot it has been. So I'm doing a journal entry, basically, and I was reading somewhere that maybe a good way to kind of balance out your thoughts about your week is, what was your high for the week? And you can do this daily too if you do a daily journal, but like, what was your high for the week? My high was being at Porch Fest on Saturday. Porch Fest. Should put the parade. My low is just how hot it's been. It's just been so hot. It's been really hard to be motivated to do stuff. And then the buffalo, it's like a little game called High-Low Buffalo, but it's basically your high, the coolest thing that happened to you this week. Low, the thing that you like less that happened this week. And then something that's weird or stood out to you. And, oh my gosh. I talked to my mother-in-law for 45 minutes yesterday. That's kind of not normal. Yeah, so the buffalo thing doesn't have to be like a bad thing, but something like that doesn't normally happen that kind of stood out in your week. And talking to mother-in-law, I don't like talking on the phone, and she's, pretty old and not exactly in the greatest of health. So when she calls, she calls. I can't like email her or text her or anything like I can my mom. But yeah. So I'm going to put a note in here. I wrote a journal entry on Friday the 17th. This period. This entry starts on the 18th. So on the 18th, we did the parade. Participated in the porch. Wow, that's not how you spell porch. Porch Fest. Parade. It was really hot. Actually, it wasn't even super hot. It was pretty warm. But it was so bright. It was really bright. The the UV index was super high. I put together our pirate ship. We have a member of our artist meetup that has a chronic illness that affects her physically. So if she has to like go for long walks or anything like that, she has a power chair she can use. I'm sorry, sir. What? Okay, we'll move it. I'll move it so you can sit there. Yeebus. You are so needy. You are so needy, sir. So we put, we got a bunch of PVC pipe together and some cardboard, and we made a pirate ship that can fit around her chair so she could participate in the parade and not feel like left out or anything like that. And I think it was really fun. And she did a really good job steering. She was really concerned about that because she doesn't use her power chair that often. And it was pretty good. And the parade route was like maybe a mile long. I don't even think it was a whole mile. Maybe 3/4 of a mile. You can go to my Instagram and see pictures. It's like the last thing I posted. You have a walker that can be used as a wheelchair. Yeah! Yeah, it's super cool. And it's nice to, again, like half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, that's like nothing to some people. But to other people, like, that's a lot. Especially with how warm it's been. I don't think it was quite 80, but we were walking in the middle of a road. So it was all blacktop in that neighborhood, and there wasn't any shade. So, and then again, like the UV index, just how bright it was so bright. So, like, it takes a lot of effort and concentration, and especially when you're making something bigger than the thing that you're used to driving, so you have to be a little bit more cautious. And then we had to drive a couple blocks away to like unhook her because we had to park our vehicle several blocks away. So we were like driving through the neighborhoods trying to navigate the sidewalks and the overgrown hedges, people parking their vehicles out into the sidewalks to get her to where we could unstrap her so she could go about her day and experience the rest of Porch Fest. I got so, yeah, it's rough when people don't. I know. Even just normal people, like, I don't want to walk in somebody's yard because, you decided to park your vehicle out blocking the sidewalk. Or I don't want to have to walk into the street if, your driveway doesn't have much space between the sidewalk and the road and you just like barely pull into your driveway, because you've got like 6 cars and stuff like that, and now I have to walk out into the street. Like, it's frustrating and inconsiderate, especially if you're in an area that does have like the availability for street parking. I think I did more exercise, like getting everything set up, because I had to like build the PVC frame around her chair and stuff like that, than the actual walking in the parade. It was a lot of fun though. It was still fun. Let's see what else. We ran out of cat food. Cat food. Dry cat food. Dry cat food. So I had to go to pet store after work on Monday. Monday was such a long day. I got up, I did exercise, yay me, and then I had to go get cat food after work, We have a driveway and street parking, but the driveway is in the back and you can't block the alley because, yeah. There's a bunch of houses that have driveways in the front. And, you know, if you have like 3 cars, hypothetically, you have 1 car in the garage, 1 car in your driveway, and then you should park the other car on the street, right? But they don't. They like try to cram all their cars in their driveway, and then the 1 car ends up hanging over into the street, blocking the sidewalk. It's such, ugh, so annoying. I have to work on Monday. It was such a long day, and it was hotter after work than it was when I went my lunch. So, ran out of dry cat food. We make our own wet cat food. Not a big deal. And yeah. So I make our own cat food. So, and we use dental kibble for the cats because we don't put any of the abrasive stuff that'll clean their teeth in their wet cat food. So we basically buy dry kibble, but like a little bag, like little $20 bags, last, I want to say like 6 weeks because we only give them like a quarter portion. So throughout the day they get a half portion, but that's because like we give them wet cat food also. But we ran out, so I had to go to the store, and it was actually hotter at 6 p.m. at night when I actually left the house than it was at 1 when I went for my lunchtime walk. Like, how is that possible? It was so gross. It was so gross. Did I take a shower? No, I took a shower yesterday. Felt so gross. It was just, ugh. Ugh. And this is an and day. I also had to get the trash and recycling out for pickup Tuesday. Yeah. I'm less excited about today. So we usually have the artist meetup that I'm part of. We bounce around to different locations, and in the summer we try to do parks. And because it's supposed to be almost 90 today, we've decided to go inside. The two of the venues that we wanted, one closes too early. They also don't have air conditioning, so ugh. The other place has air conditioning, but they're having a trivia night, and they basically said they're booked up. So I'm guessing that means all their trivia teams are going to be there. And then their outdoor seating is first come, first serve. While it's in the shade, it's still outside, and it's, again, going to be like 90 at like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So we have moved to a previous location, and it's bananas. It's bananas. Spent time trying to find a new location with AC or shade for the artists meetup on Tuesday. Things I don't know how to spell. Weird. Settled on there's a lot of restaurants down at the park that we're doing the meetup at, but they all are like formal seating, need a reservation kind of places. Except for like 2 or 3, and one of them is the bar place that's doing the trivia night, and the other 2 are like Asian restaurants. I think one's Vietnamese and one's Thai, but the Thai one is so tiny. Like, I don't think you could actually sit like 6 people in there. um, without it being like over full. And, we average like 10 people, so that kind of sucks. But that's okay. And then, let's see, oh god, so every time my mother-in-law calls, she's older. That's the dehumidifier telling me that it's full and that I need to dump it out, which I will do after the stream because we're almost done. I've got like 2 more paragraphs to type. Away from... She gets on these like, mother-in-law gets on these like little conspiracy theories. I swear to God, all she watches is like Fox News or something. Like she has one news source, and she was, oh my God, she was trying to tell me that school kids are like being brainwashed to be trans and gay, and that they're cutting off people's things and putting them on hormones, and I'm like, that's not happening. That's not how any of that works. And oh my God, it was so hard to get her back onto like a non-conspiracy topic. And I'm just like, thankfully somebody else called her. So, like, thank God. Thank God. She didn't only do like gender conspiracy type stuff. She also started to go on to presidential conspiracy stuff, and I'm just like, it's not how it works. It's not how it works. It's just not how it works. Oh God, and oh my God. And she was describing a video that she'd watched to me that was news. And I can tell you 100%, 110%, it was an AI video. She didn't even have to like describe the whole thing. As soon as she started telling me what the topic was of the video, I was like, nope, that's AI. That's not how that happens. The person in that position could not possibly actually have like do that. Like legally they cannot do that type of stuff. And just like, get off of Facebook. Get off of Facebook. Facebook is just as bad as, news sources that lean heavily to the left or to the right. Like any extreme. Right now, Facebook is just one of the extremes because their algorithm just picks up what you think you're interested in, or what your friends are interested in, and it just feeds you that, and it just slowly gets more and more extreme to whichever side. And it's like impossible to stay neutral right now on with the way the algorithms and stuff work. You're not getting balanced news source. Oh my God. Huh. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Like literally fine, if you watch a lot of conservative media or non-conservative media, like if you watch a lot of one-side media, at least once a week, go and spend like 15 minutes learning what the other side is saying. You're still not even gonna get a complete picture doing that, but at least you know what they're saying. And if you disagree with it, cool, disagree with it. But at least you know what they're saying. That way when somebody approaches you and says this wild thing, at least you knew that it was coming. And you can do some research and try to like rebut it or whatever. But, oh my God. I'm sure I was going to type something else, but I got stuck on that. So, I am going to eat, complain about the heat more. Maybe. Yes, yes. Go to news sources that are definitely not from our country. Go listen to somebody news, even just like a YouTuber that like does reaction stuff to news and like the wild police chases and stuff that happen in our country. Like, go watch somebody from France or England, Germany, or some Africa, some other country, because they'll have an opinion, and then at least you can hear, what other people think. It's absolutely bananas. Sealdos. Woohoo! I'm done. I would have been done faster if I hadn't been ranting. But we've got 285 words. We're just over half a page. And I've summarized my week. And now I can, if I'm having a day where I don't feel productive, or a week where I don't feel productive, or I feel down, or I feel like I don't do anything, because I get like that. Like sometimes I just feel like haven't done anything. I can go back and look, okay, I was in a parade this week. How many people in the world were participating in a parade? How many people in the world made a boat for their friend's power chair so they could also participate in a parade? Like, I've done a thing. And sometimes it's, see, I bet this is the song that keeps getting tagged. Like, things happen. You do things. You might not think that they're important to you, but when you're telling stories to your friends or something like that, and they ask, what did you do this week? And you'd be like, I just wrote it in my journal. I was in a parade this week. I talked to my mother-in-law for 45 minutes, and you guys can talk about the conspiracy theories that the elderly people believe in, or have heard and have gotten themselves sucked into. Like, absolutely bananas. All right. So on that note, on this song that is from NCS that says it's not copyrighted, but I feel like it should be copyrighted because I feel like I've heard it in movies and stuff before. I don't know. I do listen to a lot of like exercise videos and other free content, so maybe somebody in an exercise video used it as background music, but like it's a really good song and I feel like it's popular, and I feel like it's gonna get me the little ding like, hey, you've been copyrighted. And I'm like, no, it's on the NCS no copyright sounds playlist. Really, I swear, it's part of a compilation. It's part of a 1 hour mix. I don't know. I'm ranting. The caffeine is finally hit. The food is hit. Waylon's not yelling at me, although he is loafed right here. All right. That is it for me this week. I'm excited for next week. Well, this weekend. On Friday, I have to work from Seattle, which kind of sucks. And then on Saturday, I get to go to a club night. Woohoo! And then maybe I can be in bed by 10, because that's the name of the event. And I think it's super fun. And I cannot wait to go and have the nostalgia bone hit really hard. I forgot to put in my journal that I did an art market on that Friday, too. Okay, I'm going back in. know that happened on Friday, but I just need to like reiterate it. I did stuff. I did stuff last week. All right, everybody. I'm actually going now. Have a good week. If you're hot in your area, I'm sorry. Do what you can to cool down. You know, put your feet in a bowl of chilly water and, you know, put a towel on the back of your neck. Hydrate. For the love of God, hydrate. Drink lots of water. I don't care if you have to pee a lot. Drink lots of water. And electrolytes so you don't, you know, drown yourself. Oh, okay. I'm going to go and deal with the hotness.